which is, of course, we're going to talk about the NL East with Isaiah being this so-called Phillies fan, which I don't know whether he's Phillies fan. I don't know, if he's like a Oakland A's fan. I'm not really sure at this point in time. I'm still trying to figure it out. But he says he's the Phillies fan, so I guess we're going to go ahead and just roll with the whole Phillies fan thing here. But anyway, big series coming up starting tomorrow. Tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, 3-game series between the Braves and the Phillies. I think when it comes down to it, whoever wins this series is going to win the NL East. The Atlanta Braves are up 2.5 games right now. Not really a comfortable lead, but they're still up by 2.5 games. Now, after this series, the Braves play the Mets. You guys would go on to play the Marlins. Who knows where those series would lead to right now? We both know the Mets are out. We both know that the Marlins are out. But I know who I'm going to say is going to win the East. We know who you're going to say is going to win the East. So to get kind of an outside look on this, we have to go to Lo-Ro first because he's going to be the only non-biased one in this. So, Lo-Ro, you go ahead and take this away.
Well, I think the NL East is wide open, but obviously I think the Phillies I heard are playing very good baseball as of late. And I think that the Mets, if DeGrom and Syndergaard are healthy, I think the Mets would be in contention for it. But now the Mets are eliminated from playoff contention. I think the Braves will win this division. I thought that they're going to take a step back, but I think that the Braves have a good young rotation. They have a powerful offense, but without Acuna, I think that the Braves offense is not quite the same here. But I want to say that I think that the Braves will win the NL East.
So I want to point out something to Isaiah here that he's probably not thinking about when it comes to the NL East. Do you know, Isaiah, that the Atlanta Braves can actually make history? If Dansby Swanson hits 2 more home runs, 2 more, we would be the first team in MLB history to have every single one of our infielders hit 30-plus home runs in a season. Riley has over 30. Freddie Freeman has over 30. Ozzie Albies has over 30. And Dansby Swanson is 2 away. So I'm saying if this team gets hot, if the Atlanta Braves get hot, man, they're going to be tough to beat. Adam Duvall in the outfield, he has almost 40 home runs. Soler has 26. This team is like loaded from top to bottom with power, man. So I'm telling you, the only question mark that I'm telling you that we currently have right now is our closer in Will Smith. I cannot stand this guy. Okay, Will Smith is a guy that it boggles my mind how you have Brian Snitker, the manager of the Atlanta Braves, and yet as much as Will Smith has struggled in the closer role, they continue to put him out there. I understand that he's got 35 saves, and Snitker's like, he's got 35 saves. Yeah, but do you realize in his last 21 starts, or not starts, but his last 21 opportunities to close games, he's allowed like 11 home runs. The dude just allows home runs after home runs. He's not a good closer. But I'm still going to go with the NL East. I think we have the better rotation. I think we have the better overall lineup. So I'm going with the Atlanta Braves. And, of course, you, Isaiah, I know where you're going. But before we get to you, I got to hit on a few of these comments here. And, of course, we got to roll up here to Mr. Casey King, who's in here. So welcome in, Casey. We're hoping you're having a great night. He said, hey, guys, how about them Packers last night, maybe? Don't worry, we're going to get to that, so we get to give Isaiah a hard time on that one. Your Niners went Higgins in the final 37 seconds. They did. Brandon saying, what's up, guys? Casey even has the Atlanta Braves to win the NL East as well. And Brandon is saying, I think MI6 and Coast to Coast would have beat the Eagles with, yes, they were horrid tonight. And then Brandon Herrera, you have to continue to talk about Will Smith being the dang MVP and Cy Young. That's ridiculous, man. I cannot stand Will Smith for a passion. But okay, Isaiah, now I'll give you your chance to say what you got to say, even though I know it's going to be a delusional take, but that's okay.
Well, Ace, let me ask you something first before I get into my take. Do you believe, and Lo-Ro, you could chime in on this as well, do you believe that this series, this final series between the Phillies and the Braves, 3-game set at Truist Park in Atlanta, with the Braves having a 2.5-game lead over the Phillies with, I believe, 6 games left to play, do you guys believe that this 3-game series, whoever wins this, wins the NL East? What do you guys think?
Well, hold on. Well, that would depend. Now, let's say right now, because we're up 2.5 games at the moment. So let's say we come in and we take 2 of 3. If we leave the series taking 2 of 3, that puts us at a 4.5-game lead, and it's over at that point because there's no way the Phillies can catch up at that point. So if we win 2 of those games, it's virtually over.
Pretty much. How about you, Lo-Ro?
Yeah.
If the Braves take 2 out of 3, or if they sweep the Phillies, which I could see happening, then I think the Phillies season will be put to bed.
Well, it would be at that point because we'd have a 5.5-game lead with 3 games to play. And so Isaac, we're actually up 2.5 games right now. So if we won 2 out of 3 games, that would actually put us up to 4.5 because you got to deduct. Well, it'd be 3.5 here. So you got to add 2 because we would gain. So it'd be around roughly 3.5 to 4-game lead on the Phillies at that point. But it would still be over because there would be only 3 games left at that point. And then the Phillies would not have a shot at catching up at that point. So regardless, it would be over because it would be 3.5, but there would only be 3 games left. So the Phillies would not have a shot at catching at that point. So it would be over.
Yeah, exactly. It would be, there would not be another game to make up that half game. But, I'm really looking forward to this series because this is truly our World Series before the World Series because you have, both these 2 teams. It's not going to be both 2 teams, at their worst. It's going to be both of these 2 teams will be at their best coming into the series. Both of these 2 teams are on a roll right now. Both of these 2 teams are throwing out their 3 best starting pitchers in this series, and it's truly going to come down to, I believe, the bullpen because the Phillies offense with Bryce Harper, Segura's red hot, McCutchen, JT Realmuto, Matt Vierling, the rookie who's having a really good year, surprisingly, and then you have Didi Gregorius, and then you have the Braves offense that the Ace just named. These 2 teams, they're both going to be coming at their best. It's going to be definitely a battle of the Titans in this series. And if you're for the Phillies, and as a Phillies fan, I welcome this series and this opportunity to compete with the Braves and, to try to end this series with the Braves because you're going to have to go through Atlanta to take the NL East. Atlanta is the reigning defending NL East champions right now. So if you want to win the NL East, you got to go through Atlanta. And if the Phillies, can win this series or even sweep the Braves, then I think the Phillies definitely will prove that they are worthy NL East champs. But about this series, I'm going to go with the Phillies. And the reason why I'm going with the Phillies is because the Phillies have played the Braves tough this entire season. I don't know the overall head-to-head record against the Atlanta Braves, but I'm sure it's really close between the 2 teams. But you guys got Morton, who's pitching tomorrow night, and the Phillies, the last time Morton pitched against the Phillies, he got lit up for, I believe, 8 or 9 runs. It was really, really bad. I know that he's been better as of late, but the Phillies, lit him up. They have had success against him. And Zach Wheeler, if you give him 1 or 2 runs of support, it's an automatic win because this dude is just dynamic. He just goes in there and throws zeros on the board every time he pitches. Nola, I'm kind of scared about him because he's been up and down this entire season. There's sometimes he looks really, really good, like a Cy Young Award candidate, and then there's other times he shouldn't even be in an MLB starting rotation. So I don't know about the second game. Gibson, he's been up and down as well ever since he's gotten to Philadelphia. I think the Phillies can take 2 out of 3 because I think Wheeler, and if that's the most important game the Phillies have to win. They have to win tomorrow to kick off this series because if you lose a Wheeler start, then I don't know how you come back with Nola and Gibson. But I think the Phillies, 3 of their best arms are going. Offense is rolling right now. The bullpen was not good at all for the season, but it's gotten better as of late. But I think Ace and Lo-Ro, this series is really going to be a close series. It's going to be, I believe, feel like it's going to come down to the wire, and it's going to be, I think, like 1 or 2 runs that determines each and every game. And I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm hoping, and just praying that the Phillies can finally take down the Braves and win the NL East because it's been a long time. The Braves have had control of this division for, I believe, the last 6 to 8 years.
And I'm telling you this, Isaiah, if you guys don't win tomorrow, on Wednesday, you're going up against Max Fried. And the dude in his last, probably 2 months has an ERA under 2 in the last 2 months. The dude is just pitching ridiculous right now. And so it is hard. It is hard to beat Max Fried. He just pitched another 9-inning complete game shutout the other day against the Padres. So I'm telling you, man, this guy, he's really good. He's pitching lights out. So if you don't win tomorrow, I don't think you're beating Fried on Wednesday. I don't think you are.
That's why I said that tomorrow is, I think, the most important game of the Phillies season because you got Wheeler, your best starter, on the mound, going up against Charlie Morton, who you lit up last time he was out on the mound against you. You have to open this series with a resounding win. You have to win game 1. You have to set the tone for this series. And then, if you win tomorrow with Wheeler on the mound, then I'll take my chances with Nola and Gibson on, I believe, Wednesday and Thursday going up against the Braves. But it's going to be fun, man. It's going to be a lot of fun for sure.
Absolutely. And don't forget, I want to throw this out there, Isaiah, just so everybody knows, because we talked about this, and this is coming next Monday. All right, so next Monday, so you don't miss it, it's going to kind of be a special edition of Wild Sports Talking Away, but it's going to be an MLB Palooza. So it's going to be a huge show all about MLB next Monday.